Okay. Hey, Rachel. Hey, April. How are you? Just waiting for
Hey,
Rachel. Hey, how are you?
hello. Good. How are you?
I am
Good.
good. Happy Mischief Night.
Yeah.
Halloween Eve.
Halloween Eve. Yep.
Yeah, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. Just kind of. I was doing some like what's the word I use? Anytime before I do any type of like psychic or mediumship work, I have kind of like a little routine that I do.
Mm-hmm.
So it involves like some prayer and I actually I have a background in like shamanic work. So I use a lot of drumming and sound to kind of get my mind into a good space to do this kind of work. So I was doing some of that.
Love it.
How about you?
I love it. Well, I had a little bit of dinner and then I was watching a little Hocus Pocus.
Oh, it's mandatory, I
It's
feel
a
like.
mandatory thing. And then I also do a little bit of an intention setting before I do anything like this, just to make sure that, we're kind of on a good path, letting the spirit
Yeah,
world, we're open and we're ready and willing to help
for sure.
and get people where they need to be. You know what I mean? So I see Connie is on. I think Joanne is on. How do we see who's on here? We hit on the number. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so I'm so afraid to click anything because
No,
I'm
I'm
like,
good. I'm not afraid. I just hit buttons and we just make it work. Hi,
okay.
Joanne. Hi,
It
Connie. Hi,
says
April. Yeah. So we
Queen
have,
Love now. Yeah,
yeah, that's Joanne. Yeah, she's so fun.
cool.
Uh, yeah, so I think, we'll just chit chat for a little bit, see
Yeah,
what's going on. We'll pull some cards. We'll see if people have some questions. Maybe we'll do a little psychic here and there, see what
sure.
comes through. And yeah, what do you want to talk about today? What's on your mind? What's going on?
Well, I guess one thing that I've been thinking of because, with Halloween and the spirit of Halloween, I know there are a lot of different belief or schools of thought, I should say, about the origins of Halloween and things like that. But I think you and I, Roy, are kind of on the same page where we
Right.
know that historically it's been a holiday where people are honoring their ancestors and their loved ones who have, crossed over. So that's kind of where my mind is at when we're talking about Halloween and the spirit of Halloween. Um, but I bring this up because
Mhm.
people are often, when you use the phrase like the spirit world, things like that, they're like, where is that? It's this weird concept, right? So I've been thinking a lot about that, and I've been watching other mediums and things here on Instagram. I've seen a couple different Instagram lives where they talk about it really as it's like overlaid right with our physical dimension, but the
Correct?
vibration, right, is higher. So it's like
Yep.
when we pass from our physical bodies, our vibration changes just to that of spirit, right? And so it's like really close to us here, just at a different vibration,
Completely different vibration. Correct.
right?
Yeah,
You think so too?
I
So
believe
it's
that
just,
100%. Yeah.
yeah, it's
And
just interesting.
the veil is so thin right now, right?
Yes. Right. And that's the other reason I bring it up because we say that and people are like, well, what does that mean? Right. People have this, understanding that around Halloween the veil is thin, but I feel like then what that is, it's the spirit world can come closer to us more easily and we can kind of, move there a little bit more easily as well.
I
Right.
agree with you. Yep,
So,
I agree with you. Yep. And it's ironic because I think it's going to be a full moon
oh, yeah, it's like a
on
full moon in
Halloween.
Taurus, a full moon in Taurus. My moon is in Taurus astrologically in my birth chart. So,
Okay.
yeah. I don't know if that means that I'm more affected. I've been feeling a lot of stuff. So,
Have you?
yeah. Do you know what your moon is in? I'm
I
not sure.
don't. And I know we talked about this, and I
Yeah.
have not done that prenatal astrological chart
Yeah.
yet.
I will look
I
it up for
really
you.
got to do it. I know. Oh, what does Joanne say here? The moon is absolutely gorgeous here tonight. I did post pictures of it on Instagram. Oh, it's a blue moon as well, Connie says. Oh, okay, I gotta check that out. I know that
Yeah.
tomorrow is supposed to be the first full moon in a while for Halloween. It's what I've been reading. People have been posting things about it. It's been
Yeah.
quite interesting. You know what I mean?
It's a big deal. I mean, I think that there's a lot of things going on. I'm not sure if any of you guys have been feeling anything, but um, we're also in Scorpio season. So the moon being in Taurus, well, Taurus is like a fixed sign, so it also has to deal a lot with like our earthly possessions, our money, like a lot of like the physical comforts in life. But then Scorpio is kind of the sign of, um, for lack of a better term, like the unconscious, right? So it's like
Right.
that, like we talked about last time, that shadow work. So it's like bringing up a lot of like things that we need to heal in regards to maybe our physicality, like our physical bodies, our how we're viewing money, how we're viewing our possessions, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like our physical comforts, our resources, things like that. So it's not an easy time period, but this is a very powerful time astrologically. So
I believe that. Yeah, 100%. So Connie
yeah.
says, not since 1940, I think, have we had a full moon.
Wow.
Hey, Jen, how are you? Thanks for joining. So yeah, I think it's been like a while. So it's going to be very interesting to see
Yeah.
how this all plays out for Saturday.
Oh, so my mom just said it's the first blue moon on Halloween in 76 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So wow. That's cool.
Like what Connie said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Superstorm Sandy. So like 8 years ago. This is so interesting.
I know. There's so much out there. And I bought myself an astrology book. Just like all my other 100 books that I have an intention to read. I've read like the first like 20 pages of it.
Yep.
But there's so much, there's so much that goes into astrology. So it's always like when I hear people say that they don't really buy into it, and that's totally fine. I'm not here to like convert anyone into a believer of astrology, but there's so much more to it than just your sun sign. You know what I mean?
Believe that. I believe
so that's why
that.
like you have to look at your whole birth chart to really get a full understanding. And it's like, yeah, it just blows my mind. It's fascinating.
And
sorry if you guys can hear my cat. My cat's chimed in.
I love it. You have your familiar with you.
Yes.
But I do feel like you the chart every so often, right? Like, doesn't it like change, or how does that?
Your birth chart never changes. So there's actually a website that I use, and it's called Cafe Astrology. And what you do, you just need to know where you were born, and you need to know your birth time. And the birth time is really important because then if you don't have your birth time, you can still get certain information, but with that birth time, it's really going to personalize your chart. So it's going to give you something called your rising sign or your ascendant sign. Mm-hmm. Don't ask me what that is specifically. I don't know, but I just know for a fact, like, yeah. So you go on that website and you punch it in, and it'll give you this huge write-up of all of your planets, what house they were in when you were born, like aspects to other planets. You can do like relationship synastry. I mean, you can go so in depth, but you only have to do it for the time that you were born because it never changes. But what changes are the aspects for your planets to what's going on right now in our world.
Oh, gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's so cool. So you have to have the right birth time, though. So I'm assuming you have to go to your birth time.
Or yeah, ask your mom. I asked my mom, and now I have it.
Yeah, I asked my mom, and she tends to not really remember the exact moment.
Yeah. My husband too. I remember when I first got together with him. I was just getting into it, and I was like, I don't want to be weird, but like, what time were you born? Like trying to like get the information from him. He's like, I don't know. Let me ask my mom. So it's just so funny.
Yes. Yeah, I understand. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining.
Chris. And I saw Brittany. Sorry if we're not acknowledging everybody that pops on. I have a tendency to forget to look. But hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
We got about 9 people.
Yeah, we got Pearl on, and I think we have Jen on. So, yeah, we have a nice group of people. Hopefully more people will join in as we go on. So, yeah, it's an interesting time of year. Unfortunately, the situation's a little bit, weird. I was really looking forward to having a fun Halloween on a Saturday, but that's not going to be happening.
I know. Hopefully next year things will be different, but...
Yeah, it'll be a Sunday, right? So I guess maybe it'll fall on a Sunday, unless it's a leap year, then it moves an extra day. I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll all plan out and whatnot. So, yeah.
Sounds good.
Fun stuff ahead. Yeah. So what did you want to do today? Did you want to pull some cards for some people? I don't know if anybody wants a card pulled, if anyone has any questions, if anyone wants something answered. We're always up to do some fun stuff. So
we could potentially do some mediumship maybe at the end if we wanted to do some mediumship. I know we want to give a little bit of variety, so we're not going to just hone in maybe on one, but
we can play around.
Whatever you want. Should we do some cards?
We can do some cards if people feel
I know
like
we have some
cards.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
It's okay.
I know we have some new people, so I was just going to explain. I have this deck. So if anybody knows me, they know that I talk a lot about shadow work. So that's something that I'm really, really passionate about. And when I say shadow work in psychology, Jungian psychology, I should say, he talks a lot about shadow work. So if you're interested in that, look that up. But it's basically looking at all those aspects of ourselves that we don't want to look at because they might not be something that we're maybe proud of. They're things we try to suppress, but they're so important to look at because they can bring so much healing to our life, right? So again, if you want a little bit of a more in-depth explanation, I suggest you look it up, shadow work, once again, but it's something I'm passionate about. So with that, I have this oracle deck
Okay.
that is called the Dark Mirror, and it's backwards again, of course, but it's got, the images aren't, you know, light and airy and fluffy like some other oracle decks. You know, they're like, for instance, I will just give you an example of what one looks like, right? If you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're, you know, they're a little bit more heavy, but the purpose of that is because it's pulling those things out from you that I feel like you need maybe to look at, maybe that you're not looking at. So I can read from these, and just a little caveat, if I do give you a message from this, I'm not going to, you know, even whatever I'm picking up, I would always, you know, be appropriate, and I'm not going to say something that would be super personal. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
don't be afraid that way. It's more or less, oh, my cat is messing with my light. It's more
I
like
love it.
going to prompt you to just look a little bit deeper. So we have this option. I do have a different deck as well. My cat is just making himself known.
I can hear him and I can see what he's doing.
There we go. Okay, so anyway, so I also have a light deck, but the darker deck is an option as well. Okay.
Yeah. I love it. I only have a light deck. I have to get a dark deck, but I don't have one yet. So I'm staying with the light deck. So does anybody feel like having a card? Who feels ambitious? Who would like a card? Who would like a message from a card? See if anybody feels like getting a card.
And you can pick whatever, right?
Yep.
That's Roy's got a light deck.
I do have a light deck, yeah.
And we set the intention that whatever comes through is for your highest good. So it's whatever you need to hear today.
Okay, your mom wants a card. Okay, Chris wants a card.
Okay.
Kathy wants a card. Okay, good.
All right. So
let's go in order. All right. So you got your mother first.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris wants dark.
Okay.
So,
hey, Mom, what kind of card do you want? My mom's name is Libby for everybody.
Okay.
Okay. Kathy wants dark. Chris wants dark.
Okay. And I think Joanne, what do you want?
And I don't know what my mom wants. I think my mom would probably want a light deck. Yeah. Do you want to do one for my mom?
I'll do one for your mom. Yeah, because you got two people there for dark.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Rosa would like one. Okay. All right, let's do one for your mom.
My cat's hanging out.
Joanne that surprised me. I love it.
Do you want to say hi?
Yeah, let's see the cat while I shuffle this deck. Oh my God, how cute.
This is Sobe.
I love it.
He was born for the camera.
I always wanted a cat, but I'm allergic.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know.
I'm back. It's okay.
Okay, I pulled a card for your mother.
Awesome.
I have reaching your destination. Okay, and it says on the bottom, your light is shining brightly. So when I feel into this card, and what I feel is that you have things on the horizon that are like really starting to come into fruition for you. So I feel like you're finally getting to that point where you're really feeling that you're actually getting to that final place of comfort, and that place where you feel like I feel like you've had like multiple destinations throughout your life, and you're finally coming to a point where you feel like you're actually now at a place of full peace and happiness, and you're getting to that destination where you're actually now going to be able to exude like all of the happiness that you really have been, wanting to like let people know about and everything. So I feel like it's been, like anything else, life has bumps in the road and it's like a roller coaster. But now I just feel like things are kind of like maybe leveling off for you a little bit. And, you have that light now that's going to really shine out for people to really see that happiness from you. So it's just really keeping your eye on what that end goal is, and then just really making sure that you really head for that end goal, and that, you know, it's right around the corner for you. So that destination is like right up ahead. That's what I feel for you, Libby.
What do you think, Mom? I'm sure she's typing.
I'm sure she's typing too, yeah.
Yeah. I know her phone is, she has a smaller, well, she's got an iPhone, but.
I got it. Yep.
iPhones are hard to type. Well, you'll let us know, Mom, what you think, Libby.
Mom, Libby, whatever.
Y'all can call her Mom. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. Awesome. I agree. Woo.
Yay, nice. Thank you, Mama Rachel.
All right. Who wanted a dark? I know I saw Chris.
We gotta go down. Yeah, Chris wanted a dark, so let's go down the order. I can see it here. So Chris wants a dark. Okay. And then Kathy wants a dark as well. And then Joanne said, surprise me. So I'll do a light for Joanne.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, okay. It says alone in the world, but I don't go by what the, my mom, she's old and she's not with technology. Okay. Anyway, sorry. So it says, yeah, alone in the world. So I don't feel fully like that message is really relevant. I don't want to focus on the message on the card. So I'm going to go into this a minute though, because I feel like what this is telling me about you, I feel like you've reached a point in your life where it's like a lot of things that you've thought about the world or thought about yourself or the way that you have viewed things. It's like you've been like peeling back layers, and it's like you're at this it's like you have this new sense of vulnerability is what it feels like to me, but it feels like you're owning your power a little bit. Like you're owning that vulnerability. Do you know what I mean? It feels like you've like stepped out into something new, and it's like, even though you're alone, I don't get the feeling from this that it's really like a negative thing. I get the feeling that it's like you're blazing some kind of trail for yourself. But I do feel like there's an element or a sense of like needing to be ready, right? Like you're a little bit like on guard or like waiting for something. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not like fully comfortable quite yet, but like you're getting there, you know? You know, and I feel like, so you've reached this point, right? And it's like all these layers and all these things about the way you've been viewing things have been kind of stripped. Like that's the word I want to use, like stripped from you, whether something actually happened that like just kind of rocked your world a little bit, or you made like a conscious choice about it. Things have really just like, I feel like changed for you. But so this, I'm doing this a little differently than last time. Last time a lot of questions were coming up, but I'm hoping this is making sense, Chris. But I feel like what this is telling me too, it's like taking some time to pause, because you have been going through a lot of like transition, right? And a lot of like standing in your own kind of own power and own truth and own authenticity. And like, I do get the sense from you too that it might be hard for you to rest or to be still. You know what I mean? And that's where I feel like with your energy, it's like you've reached this place where it feels like a plateau, but you're like ready to just jump to the next thing. But I kind of feel like what Spirit's saying is to like let yourself stop for a minute, right? And just be still and absorb these changes. Because I do get the sense that there's a little bit of like unguardedness or like ready to just like jump the next thing. But I just feel like Spirit is instructing you to be still. So before I say the same exact message another way, did that make sense, Chris? And this could be something that's coming too. I don't know.
We're waiting for him to write back. I don't know if he's there or not. I mean, I can understand that from what you're saying.
Okay.
I know him well. So here he goes. Let's see. It's not clicking at the moment, but I think I can apply it. Just sit with the message for a while. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Hi, Danielle. How are you? Thanks for joining. Hey, Ginger. I think you joined as well. We're doing cards for people, everybody. So I know we have a list of people that wanted some cards pulled. So we're going to be pulling. I have a light deck, and Rachel has a dark deck and a light deck. So you can pick and see what you want. So now I'm going to pick a card for Joanne because she's been waiting, and then we're going to go to Kathy with the dark after that, okay?
Yep.
All right. So Joanne, I have for you infinite abundance. Okay, and what it says here is abundance is pouring into your life. All right, and I think this is a really great card for you, Joanne. So when I fill into this card for you, I know that things have not been very easy, and I think that struggle has been definitely something you've been challenged with and that you've been really working through. So when you get a card like this, what this tells me is that around the corner coming, you're going to be having abundance that's going to be pouring into your life, and it's going to be basically coming to you in different ways. I feel like it's going to be abundance in love, abundance from family, from friends, and from different people around you, as well as coming to you potentially in a financial gain. I do see things opening up for you. I think we have to just get through the end of the year and then start going into the new year. And then in the new year, you're going to really feel that things are going to really start to populate for you. And that struggle and that time that you've been going through, that weight is going to start to get lifted as time goes on for you gradually. It would just be, just be patient and sit with it. Keep your mind busy. And I'm just trying to say, yeah, I want to say like the beginning of the new year. I'm feeling like February for you could really be a good change for you where things are really going to start to open wide. So just be open and ready for that change. And I'm going to say, like, when things start to come to you, don't try to turn away too much. Just always be open and willing to see, because you never know where it's going to come from. But I do feel great things ahead for you around the corner. So many blessings for you, Joanne. And I hope that you can understand that. So let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, and it is good too to keep things in mind, because if it's something that you can't apply right now, it could be in the future too.
No, you just wrote back. I can understand everything. Thank you, Joanne. Love you to death. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Okay.
Right, Kathy.
Yep, we got Kathy now. Yep.
Okay. And I did see somebody else in there that wanted a card too, but okay, we'll do
I'm
Kathy.
going down the list. Yeah. So.
Oh, you got it. That's right. You
Yep,
can see it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for a jumper.
I love when we get a jumper. Yeah.
I know last time we had like the same card. Oh, interesting. Kathy, is there something that you're not looking at right now that you're avoiding looking at? Oh, you got two of them. Okay. So I do feel like, again, you don't have to read the actual, like, sorry, you got my light right there, but what is even going on there? That's just, I don't know.
Very abstract.
Okay.
And that's very Halloween.
Yeah. Kathy, I feel like right now, I feel like you have a lot going on in your internal world. I feel like you're very mentally active and you're analyzing things to death, kind of is what it feels like to me. But I feel like there's a disconnect between what's going on for you. It's like you're being really analytical about emotion. Let me see if I can explain this better. I feel like there's a little bit of a disconnect between your head and your heart, where you intellectualize things rather than just allow yourself to feel. Yeah. Okay. And it's like, important to kind of ask yourself how that pattern has come about for you, right? Because a lot of times we intentionally disconnect from our emotions because it could be that there's something maybe that we don't want to fully address, or, we got heavy stuff going on. And so I want you to kind of think about that, about what kind of emotion could be going on for you, or, what could you potentially be kind of avoiding actually feeling by like rationalizing and intellectualizing and taking the emotion out of it and just looking at it from like a outer perspective. But I do want to say sometimes that's okay to do, right? It's good to be think critically about things, but we also have to then be able to connect back in with that emotion after we've kind of looked at it, to let ourselves feel it. because it feels to me like there's a little bit of avoiding the actual feeling of it. Okay. Do you understand, Kathy? Yeah.
She said my day job.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like you have a lot going on. Maybe sitting in more meditation might be helpful.
Meditation always helps.
Like communication too, Kathy. I feel like there's something that you're not communicating, and this could even be to yourself, right? But to other people as well. You're holding things in a little bit. And that's going to help get emotion flowing too if you're communicating and addressing. It's like just you blocked it off a little bit.
I like that. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see who's next. Okay, Rosa would like a light card, so I'll do one for Rosa. Okay. Okay, Rosa, I got fogged in. Okay, and it says, go slow, take time. So when I feel into this card, what I feel for you is that you potentially now could have a lot of things happening or potentially things that are up in the air for you. So I feel like you might have a lot going on and your head might feel like you're very overwhelmed, or like the card says, a little bit like in a fog, because you really don't know where to really put a lot of your energy. So I always think that when there's a lot of things happening at one time, whether it would be with family or with work, with finance, or just everything in general, you want to kind of take things as they come to you and do things little by little, one at a time. Don't try to get overwhelmed and handle everything at once, because when we handle everything at once, then more chaos could potentially happen, and then we get even more bogged down or more fogged in. So I think it's more about looking at the bigger picture and looking at things from a wider lens. It's like when you're on the ship, there's a ship here, you're looking out in the telescope. You want to make sure that you have a really good view of what's going on in your life, so then that way you potentially can really take the time to analyze each situation and know how to attack one properly. So I would just look at different areas in your life right now and just really see what needs most focus, and then try to go into each one of those areas gradually so that you can really just attack them and really get that type of full picture and end result that you're looking for. And hopefully that will resonate with you with that message. Just want to see what she says there. And I'm going to see who else wanted a card while we wait for Rosa. Okay. I don't know if Connie wanted a card because she just said hi, Libby, but I didn't see anything else there. Okay, we did. Joanne. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Who wants a card? Okay. Let's see. Chris. Okay. Danielle, my friend Danielle would like a card. Danielle, do you want a dark card or do you want a light card? I know she wants a card. And Ginger wants a card as well. I'm sure Tammy wants a card.
Danny wants one.
Danny wants a card, but I don't. Okay, she'll take. What do you want, Danny? Dark or light? Be daring. Just either. Give her a dark card for fun.
Okay, sure. Okay, and this is Danny.
Yeah. Oh, and, okay, and Tammy wants a dark card too, and then Connie wants a light card, and Ginger wants a light card. Okay.
We're gonna have to get you a dark deck, Roy, so we can.
I need a dark deck. Yep, I'm gonna have to order one. I should have ordered one for Halloween, but I didn't. Oh well.
Okay. So this is the card.
Oh, that's pretty.
It is a beautiful card.
Yeah, I love it. Very like New Orleans Mardi Gras.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Oh, I must have had a past life there because I'm so drawn to New Orleans. I've never even been there. New Orleans, how do you say it? I don't know.
New Orleans, yeah. I'm excited to see what message you're going to give Danny. Let's see, because I kind of know where she's at. Let's see what you give her.
So I'm going to take a second and really look at it because there's a lot going on here, but I want you to look at it too.
That already makes sense. Go on.
There's a lot. This is very interesting. So it's like I don't even know where to start. I don't even know if that makes sense for you, but it's mentally, right? A lot going on. But I gotta say, it feels a little bit to me like you've taken something, right? Some kind of experience or this. you've taken something and kind of like created something else from it, because I feel like you're, analytical, right? I think that that's been a theme for a lot of people tonight, but it's almost like you've kind of woven a story around it that might not be, welcome to my brain, that might not be, like the truth of what is going on, right? It's like you're thinking about all these different possibilities and all these different scenarios, and it's overwhelming. I feel overwhelmed, and I'm wondering if you're feeling overwhelmed. But I feel like what Spirit is wanting you to stop and think about a little bit is about, if you take the story away from something that you've created around it, what is like the truth of it, right? Like the core of what actually happened. Do you know what I mean? Again, I'm not sure if it's something that happened or just a thought that you've had that you've kind of like, strung out more than it actually can go. I don't know how to say this in the right way, but it's like, don't overwhelm yourself with something that might not even be factual, right? And I do get a sense of worry about something. Yeah, some worry about something. And a little bit of, it's worry, but I feel like it might be tied to a connection with somebody, or like worried about what somebody's going to do or what's coming next kind of thing. So I hope that makes sense. But Spirit is saying to stop and look at the reality of it instead of creating scenarios that could potentially happen, right? So I'm going to leave you with that. And I hope that makes sense, Danny.
She said that, she said, oh, that's so good. Exactly.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So that's good. Okay.
Great.
So I'm going to do one for Connie. And then after I do Connie, Tammy wants a dark card.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll do one for Connie now.
Thanks, Danny.
Oh, Connie. I'll laugh. Connie, watch the clouds, Connie. Keep watching those clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. So, Connie, I think this is a really fitting card for you. Spending that time at that cabin. So as I feel into this card, I do feel that you do sometimes feel that there's a lot going on, or you do feel a little overwhelmed, that you need to take a break or take a step back and just relax and rest your mind a little bit, because you are doing a lot and there is a lot going on. But I think it's more about just laying back and also watching the clouds, meaning watch everything that you have actually happening in your life as well, and all of the goodness and the greatness that's happening. So it's not so much of also relaxing and taking time to not do anything, but it's more about lying back and I think enjoying the moment of what you actually have going on in your life and all of the goodness that you have going on, and just lay in that hammock and look up at the stars and look up into the woods or whatever it might be, and just say to yourself, this is my life. How blessed am I? Look at how wonderful things are. And, just feel relaxed and rejoiced into that moment. And that's kind of what I'm feeling for you. So even though the card says lie back, rest, and relax, I feel like you're doing that, but it's more about looking at the bigger picture and all the blessings that you have in your life and the things that are going to be coming your way as well, in more ways to show you more blessings. So hopefully that resonates with you, Miss Connie. And Danny said spot on,
Good.
Rachel, so you're good there.
Great.
Okay, while we wait for Connie to see what
next?
she has to say, Tammy wants a dark card.
Tammy, okay. Oop.
You're welcome, Connie.
Another one maybe that is holding things holding things in. Hold on. Okay. Oh boy. Okay.
Tammy, you ready for it?
You got two cards as well. This card is so interesting to look at. I'm gonna show it to you. It's kind of weird. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
It's called Bride in a Cage.
Okay.
I know. I told you guys that there were some in here that were kind of weird, but
I love it. Tammy says she's ready.
okay. colorless angel. All right, give me 1 sec. I gotta kind of absorb what's going on here. So Tammy, right off the bat, I feel like there is something in your life that has like run its course a little bit, that you're in still. You're there, but like you're not fully invested in it, right? You're kind of like going through the motions is what it feels like to me. But I feel like it's like, it's a little bit draining of your energy because I don't feel like it's something that you're fully like invested in. You know what I mean? Like, I get the sense that it's something that maybe even feels a little like restrictive. Like you don't maybe even feel like you don't see kind of how you can maneuver around it or through it or into something different. But I feel like what Spirit is saying is that this is the limitations and the restrictions that you're feeling. It's important to look at where you're kind of making a choice to stay where you're at, right? Because we all can make a choice, but sometimes it's scary and it takes a huge leap. But I feel like that's what Spirit is saying, is to stop and look about where your power lies, where you can make that change. Because I feel like it may take some creativity, or it may take, some effort and gusto, but it's like, you're not really as stuck maybe as you feel. I hope that makes sense, and I just feel like Spirit is also saying to recognize maybe when something has run its course, and the longer that you stay, the longer you're preventing yourself from moving into what is for you next, right? What is next in your journey, because we have to create space for things to come into our life. So that sometimes that means letting go of something. Easier said than done, you know what I mean? But Spirit is fully supporting you in this, and everything is happening for your highest good. I know that sounds super cliche, but if you stop and look at what you're experiencing right now, I'm sure that there has been some lesson or something that you've learned, I feel like, about yourself too, or something that you will be learning about yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I'll also feel like Spirit is saying, like, connecting with your guides and connecting with Spirit too, because like I feel like they want to help. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna leave you with that. If you have any more questions, you can reach out to me. But what you're going through is setting you up for something else, but you have to let go of something in order to move into that next phase of your life, if that makes sense. I'm gonna leave you with that, Tammy. I hope that made sense for you.
She said, I will work on that. I don't know if she has anything else that she wants.
Oh, I did see understand up there, but I'm wondering if the rest of it made sense for you. I hope so. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Tammy.
Okay. Now I'm going to pull a card for Ginger. She wants a light card. Okay, Ginger, I got great adventure. It says, take a risk and venture forward.
You're welcome.
So when I feel into this, I feel that, your life might have been a little bit of a roller coaster through the year up until now, and it's been somewhat like of an adventure for you. So I know that it's been very hard for you in the past to potentially take a risk or follow into a path that you feel you're being called to due to situations or due to people or due to convenience. But now I feel that things might have started to lighten up for you a little bit, and that you can really start to maybe step into your own power and really start to venture out a little bit more and do what you feel is your choice, your path, where you should be going. So it's like almost now this is going to be a great adventure that you're going to be embarking on. And I feel that great things are going to be happening for you, and things are going to be opening up for you as well as you embark on this. So letting go of the past and letting go of those negative ways and the things that were holding you back will allow you to move forward into the past and set sail onto this like great voyage that you have ahead of you. So I'm just going to say, like, enjoy the ride and enjoy the venture. The risk is always worth it. I mean, me and Rachel take risks all the time. We've been doing these lives, and it's like, what? I got to do it. It's worth it, and it's fun. You know what I mean? And,
yep.
It's just a good way to just know what's out there. So
Yep.
hopefully that resonates with you. I know she wrote yay, oh my God. So hopefully you understand that, and you can take that message, Ginger. See if she's.
Anybody else?
I don't know if there's anybody else on here that wants a card. Let me just see if there. I know Pearl is still on here, so I don't know if Pearl wants a card.
Did anybody have any questions either? Anything like that?
April is on here. April, I don't know if you want a card, and we have Britt on here. I don't know. Did we do a card for Britt? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Brittany wanted a card.
No.
So we have 3 people on here, so I don't want to pull one unless they want one.
Yeah.
And if they don't want a card, we can answer. Let's see. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Yes, all of it. Thank you. Okay. Oh, Brittany says she'll take one.
Brittany,
So,
do you want like a lighter deck, or do you want one of like the shadow darker decks, I should say? April wants a dark.
April wants the dark. Okay.
And then Brittany, whichever one you want. Oops. I'll do a dark one for April.
Yeah, and we'll wait for Brittany.
And then Brittany, you let us know.
So far, we've been on a good path of going back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Were we going to do any mediumship tonight?
I don't know if you want either works for her. I don't know what time it is because the live stops in 1 hour.
Yeah.
So
7. Okay, it's 7:38. So we'll do these, and then we'll see what's up. Maybe we can do like one connection each.
Yeah, we can do that, or psychic. Yeah, just what I needed to hear. Oh, thank you, Ginger. Thank you.
All right, I'm
Maybe
doing
we'll
this
do
for
psychic
April.
and mediumship. We'll see.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, I'm not going to take all these, April, but I feel like you have fun going on. Okay, you have like 5 of them. Let me do this again. Okay. Or you have a lot to say. I guess that's what it feels like too. Okay. Okay. This was the card that popped out like 4 times last time.
Oh, I know. I love that card.
April.
And she might have gotten that card actually last time.
Well, and it's interesting because I'm picking up something differently. April, I really feel like, okay, give me a sec to organize how I'm going to say this.
Tammy loves that card too. It is a beautiful card.
I get a sense of, I'm just going to say, you know, in my heart space, I sense some heaviness in your heart space, I should say. And I feel like, I'm going to say the word grief. I do feel like there's some grief, inner child, maybe some inner child. Yeah. I feel like I really just got to say that this sense of, like grief is what it feels like, or grieving or mourning something. But I feel like you have, you've kind of closed it in, right? So it's like almost it kind of feels like to me, like maybe something happened. Maybe this is some emotion that you've been feeling for a while about something that happened a while ago. And I feel like you've gotten to the point where it's like, it's become like a part of you, but like it's like you've just like learned to like move through, and I'm not sure if you're ignoring it or just like trying to move on without like looking at it anymore, if that makes sense. Let me know if this is making sense. But I do get the sense that there's some healing that needs to happen in the heart space from that. And I do feel like there's, yeah, I just feel like I'm almost feeling like maybe there's a connection in your life. I'm not sure if somebody passed and that you're grieving the loss of somebody, but it's like, it feels to me like there's something that's been going on for a while, and it's like changed your life in a way, and you've been moving forward. I'm not sure. I hope I'm explaining this the way that the way that it's making sense. But it's like what Spirit is saying is you need to go back into that heart space. Okay. You have learned, okay, go back into that heart space and bring more healing, because even though you've like moved forward, it's still very much present and affecting you in a way that, you know, just really, you just need some more healing, you know. Yeah, reach out, you know, if I'd love to help you with that. But Spirit is saying too, like, I also feel like you don't need to do this alone. I feel like you have a strength about you, and like you want to do it. You want to like I'm not sure if it's difficult for you to reach out for help, or it's like you just have that where you're like, I can do it. I'm tough. I'm strong. I can do this on my own. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, I feel like connection is something that's going to be healing for you. So I'm going to leave you with that, but I send you a lot of love and healing for that. So I hope that makes sense.
Very nice. And I think Brittany wanted a light card, so I'll do the light card for her. And then if she wants a dark one, you could do a dark one. So let me pull a card for her.
Good grief.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Brittany, I got crossing a bridge. Okay, and it says on the bottom, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. So as I feel into this card, when I get this card, I automatically want to say that there might be somebody on the other side of that bridge that you are looking to try to reconnect with or connect with again. So I feel like there might be someone in your life now that you may not feel very connected to. You may have felt that you've drifted apart, or you might feel that there might be potentially a rift in the friendship or in the relationship. And this is a time for you now to cross over that bridge and really go into a place where you can feel the healing that you need to move past this, because it's affecting you in possibly different ways without you may not even intentionally even know it. So it's a way for you to heal and to mend and to release. And by crossing that bridge and getting to that end result and that resolution, you're releasing any type of potential anxiety or feelings that you might have towards that situation or that person. So I do feel that once you cross over that bridge and you really acknowledge what the situation is that's bothering you, you're going to really be able to now walk fully through and move on with your path and where you're going. So I'm hoping that that is something that you can understand and that resonates with you at this time. And April said on point. Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome.
And we're just waiting to see what Brittany has to say about that. And then I think what we could do while we wait for Brittany, so great, very much needed to hear. Okay.
Very good.
Thank you, Brittany. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I just feel like, try to make that way over that bridge, whatever that situation is, just make your way over and release. Once you release and you mend, things will move forward and open up for you a lot. So I see great things happening for you. So, if you want to do, thank you both, all readings were beautiful. Okay, thank you, Joanne. I think if you want to just do, maybe like I can do one second question, you could bring through someone mediumistically if you want before we go.
Whatever you want to do. We can give it a shot. We can give it a whirl. I know we've had some people drop off, so I'm hoping I can make a link. I'll give it a shot. I will give it a shot. Do you want to go first?
Well, I was going to say if somebody wants well, it might be if you want to connect with someone while we have people on now, mediumistically, and then I can answer a question psychically afterwards.
Okay, sure. I will give it a whirl. All right. Okay. Okay, so I know that as I bring my attention to spirit, I know that I have a gentleman with me here. Okay, and I know that this gentleman, give me a sec here, I want to blend in with him real close. I feel like you would remember him to be a tall, very, like, I would say lanky man, like thin and tall. He had that stature about him. And I get the feeling from him that he was incredibly like analytical and intellectual. I do feel like I see him wearing glasses, but I feel like he may have worked in some type of field like related to science or technology. And let me see here, one more thing before I put it out there for you guys. I just also feel like he may have, I don't feel like he was very old when he passed. I want to say like middle age, under 50, give or take, but he looks pretty young to me. So I want to say under 50. Is any of this information making sense to anybody before I keep going here? I feel like, I do feel like there is a family relationship or family connection where it may be like an uncle.
I'm watching to see. I'm watching to see. I don't see
So I
any.
do want to say something because I know last time we did a live, there were a lot of people who messaged us after who said they were nervous to kind of come forward with information, which is fully understandable. So if this is something that's making sense, but you don't want to put it out there, please message one of us, or me. Since I'm
Right.
disconnecting here. Okay, let me see if I can get a few more pieces here. And it could also be for someone who watches it later, but
Yeah.
I do feel like this is a family member. Okay, so take the age with a grain of salt, but okay, hold on now. Okay, so I do feel like I want to go back to this intellectual aspect of his personality because I feel like this was very important. I also feel like he was like lighthearted is what he feels like to me. Like you would remember him to have like just kind of like a happy-go-lucky or carefree kind of demeanor where I feel like he didn't maybe take life. He was able to look at like the positive side of life is what it feels like to me. And I feel like he may have been a little bit shy though. Like I don't feel like he spoke very much, you know. He would observe and he was very pleasant to be around, but he was not he was not the type of person to just like talk unless he was like deliberate in what he said, you know. Does this make sense? This is very interesting too because I feel like he's telling me, and you would remember having a memory with him. It's like I see you in, I don't know if this is like it looks like a church basement or something. There's like some function. I feel like it's like held at a church. Okay, no, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so I might be with somebody else here. I see you. Okay, and I see you like at a it feels like the basement of a church, or you're like at some kind of community center for a gathering. So I'm not sure if this might have even been at like his funeral, if he's acknowledging that like there was something held at like a community center. Okay. And
Connie says it sounds very much like her dad.
okay, and Brittany said her uncle passed on as well. So let me see if I can get another piece here of evidence really quick to see if I can find out who I'm with, because then I want to give Roy an opportunity here. I also feel like you would remember about him. He had a connection to a blue, like a blue car at some point in time.
Connie said you could take all the church functions in the basement.
You can. Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to put this out there too because he's brought it to my attention twice now. He's talking to me about there's something specific about he had a blue van. So I feel like I'm with you, Connie. Okay. Right. If you can take all that. So Connie, can I finish working with you here? Thank you to everybody else. I think I am with Connie, so I'm going to connect in with her here. I hope that this part makes sense too. He said it twice. He keeps talking about brownies. Something about like brownies. And I'm not sure if this is related to like the function in the church basement, but it's like, or he liked brownies a lot, but he's bringing up brownies. He's brought it up several times. So, and I do feel like it's like it has to do with this church function. Like you would have treats together, or share treats together, and like, okay. I'm gonna see if he has a message for you then here, Connie, which I'm sure he does. You know, I feel like it's important for you to know he loves sweets and especially brownies. Thank you. It's very important, I feel like, for you to know that he you know, is sending a lot of love. I do feel like that because I do feel like this may not have been something that he may have verbalized very often. But I do feel like there's a fondness for you, right? I feel like he really, you know, if he didn't express it in life, like he's saying this now, like I also feel like he, um, like watching the family or like watching the family grow, he's bringing my attention to that. Okay. And he's saying like he's, you know, he was an observer in life and he still is very much observing and watching like the family grow and change. And I feel like adding like adding like grandchildren and, you know, I'm not sure if you've had some recent growth in the family, but he's just like acknowledging like how wonderful it is to see that like love multiply in family members. You know, and talking about how your family getting together in like large functions is, I feel like, important for your family, but I feel like he's definitely still like watching that and likes the fact that you still have close connection and that the family spends time together doing like larger functions. I really feel like he's saying that like keeping the connection with family is so important, and I feel like you do that, and I feel like he's acknowledging that, and he's just sending his love. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Okay, wonderful.
Okay.
Thanks,
Nice.
Connie.
So I think we have like 5 minutes left before Instagram will like shut us out. So if it
Yeah.
shuts us out, I'm just going to apologize and thank you for everyone for joining. But I'm just going to connect quickly because actually I was going to do psychic, but now I do have somebody stepping forward, and I do want to say that this would be a younger female that I feel like would have had emotional instability in her life. So she would have been mentally, I feel like, a little bit unstable. And she would, and I'm going to try to do this quickly because it might kick us off, but
Yeah.
I feel like she was younger when she passed. Um, and I do feel like she was someone who, I feel like she would have been found. So I feel like she would have been someone that was found. Okay, and I do feel like she was someone that was smart and analytical. I'm getting something with maybe science as well. I feel like she would have been thin. Can anyone take this so far? Younger female who might have passed. She was found. Okay. Let's see if I'm going to take this. And I feel like she would have been someone that would have felt like she was part of the family. I'm getting that this female would have been, I feel like a distance. So I feel like she might have been someone like a friend of the family or someone like very close to the family. Let's see if anyone said anything.
I feel like I know, I don't want to say, I'm not going to say this like, you know, call anybody out, but I feel like I may know who this is for, this person that you're with. So I would just keep,
Yeah,
not
so
for me, but for somebody else.
right, yeah. So I do feel like, again, this person was a younger female. I feel like she might have died in her 30s, I want to say. She was found, okay? I do feel like she might have taken substances to try to get through life. She would have had some mental instability as well. I do feel that she would have had a very analytical mind. I see working with numbers, potentially science as well. All right, she would have been thinner in frame, and I feel like she would have had lighter hair as well. Um, and I feel like she felt like she was part of the family. So I feel like she is like moved in with family or something like so. I do feel like she feels like she's accepted by the family, but she's not quite family yet. Can anyone understand this?
So Connie said it maybe her son's girlfriend.
Okay. Okay. Because I feel like she was found. Okay. What? Um. Connie, can you understand that she was found? I'm just trying to do this quickly because I just don't want Instagram to kick us off. Do you know what I mean? So he found her. Okay. Okay. All right. So she's coming through again with, I'm getting like a very, very strong sense of apology. So I think she's apologizing for the situation. I think she's apologizing for what she might have put him through. And I feel like there still is an open wound that has not healed. And I think she comes through frequently because she knows she can. And I think that there's a communication line there that she's trying to get through. So I feel like there is some type of like message that she really would love to be able to give to him. And I think the apology is the underlying message there as well. I'm just going to leave it at that because I don't want to, in case it cuts us off, I don't want to go into it too much deeper. All right. But what did she say? It's a yes. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think like the main thing is that she comes through frequently because of the fact that there is definitely a message that needs to be said to him. You know what I mean? And he's closed off. Mm-hmm. So I think that would be why it would be making it difficult. But I think eventually that will help heal tremendously overall. So yeah, hopefully everyone can understand that. And thank you, Connie. I appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could feel that. So
thanks so much, everybody. It looks like, I don't know if we're going to get cut off. We have a minute, but we'll say thank you.
Yeah. Well, in case we get cut off, yeah, thank you, everyone, for joining us. It's always a pleasure. Rachel, my partner in crime. Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, yeah, I know. We'll be back for more.
We'll be back for more. We always have a great time.
The end of us.
You haven't seen the end of us, no. We'll be back again. Thank you so much. And if no one has seen my blog, please, not my blog, my podcast, go check it out.
Yes, and if you want to follow us, you know, we're here on Roy's page, but mine is Illuminate Intuitive Insights LLC. It's a long one.
It's a long one. It's a long one.
It's because I wanted Intuitive Insights, but it was taken when I went to get my LLC, so I had to add the Illuminate on there. So
I love it. Yep. Yeah. So if you're not following either of us, follow us.
Yep.
Tag us, like us, enjoy. Yes, many blessings. Thank you, and have a happy Halloween, everyone. Enjoy.
Yep. All right. Love to everybody, and
love to everybody. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.